What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler, and yeah, come on, somebody, pull my chair on over and everything like that. So, it's my third video for the day. Third video. Good God Almighty, man! Listen, these Bulldogs are just losing. They just watching the game. I got it on mute though. Anyway, before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. If you know me, grow me, sharing is caring. Yeah. So, this is my third video for the day and everything like that. And I wanted to talk about stories of inspiration, a writer's responsibility. And it's with the conversation piece that I had with Gab. Yes, me and Gab be chopping it up every day, just about every day and everything like that. And this video is actually inspired by a conversation that we had yesterday. And we were talking about, Ryan Coogler. We talk about Stockholm Syndrome, being subconsciously programmed. How sometimes, even though you physically leave your environment, you mentally are still a product of that environment. What do you mean? If we're critical thinkers and we think back on the movie that was given to us, Black Panther, yes, the world in and of itself was wonderful. The technology in and of itself was wonderful. But the problems that plagued that country, the problems that plagued T'Challa's families, we could have found that right here in the USA. Actually, we could have found those same problems in any slums, any projects, that any gang infested neighborhood that a black child was raised in. We can. Think about it. What do we have in the movie? We had a brother kill a brother. What do we have in the movie? We had a black man kill a black woman. Twice. What do we have? A fatherless child. What do we have? Black people stealing from each other. And even then, they were stealing each other for what? What was the argument about? There was no unification whatsoever. Because honestly, Njobu had a good reason. But what was it? Because this separates the black community right now to this very day. The upper echelon didn't think highly of the lower echelon. One of them did, but what happened? He got killed. By who? His own brother. Well, let me say it like this. Ryan didn't have to tell that story. I get it. It's things that we go through here in real life. I'm a writer. I could, if given the keys to the car, a superhero. I could write that superhero as a child who's separated from his mother at an early age, whose father wants nothing to do with him, who grows up in the projects and in the slums, whose mother dies a month before his 14th birthday from tubular pregnancy. How he has to move from the north to the south and be ridiculed because of his accent, because of his love for comic books. How the man that adopted him, his grandfather, died when he was in his early 20s. How his best friend died when he was in his late 20s. How his grandmother died when he was in his early 30s, and how his aunt died when he was in his mid 30s. I could write the story about that young man being homeless. I could. But why would I? When given the keys to the car, when given the keys to a Bentley, you must treat that Bentley like a Bentley. When given the keys to Black Panther, the creative freedom to do whatever you wanted to do with Wakanda, you gave us a futuristic image of what an African society looks like. But what you gave us in your story was the harsh, cold reality of what African Americans deal with right here in America. That's not T'Challa's story. That's why you're catching a lot of flack. And it's justifiable flack. You need to own it. That wasn't a story about inspiration. That was a story of tragedy. That was a story of betrayal. Betrayal, most foul. We didn't really even get the coming of age story for T'Challa. And you're not going to tell that one, even though you should, because we've seen everybody else come of age. That's a story that deserves to be told. The coming of age story. And when having the primary Black character, African American character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in Marvel Comics, and it could be argued that T'Challa is the leading Black character in comics, period, you choose to treat him like a commoner. You choose to tell his stories like he's a commoner. No, T'Challa stories are supposed to be inspirational. Jack Kirby knew that, and Stan Lee knew that. That's actually why T'Challa took on the KKK back in the day. You know that if you pick up a damn book. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.